Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to another review on Married to Medicine. Now I know I am delayed, girl, but understand I was tired and delayed. Hello. We are here. All right. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this review all the same had you gotten it earlier in the week. Okay. Go ahead and like up the video. Really would appreciate that. Definitely helps out the channel. Okay. So definitely like up the video. If you're not already subscribed, you might want to go ahead and do so. Okay. We have a good time over here. So definitely subscribe to the channel. All right. So we're about to go ahead and get into the latest episode of Married to Medicine. All right, so let me go ahead and check out my notes real quick. Okay, so Quad, Phaedra, and Heavenly. Of course, they all link up, and Quad's trying to figure out her friendship with Heavenly now that they are filming again. Okay, in my opinion, I feel like Quad hasn't been interested in really trying to have a conversation with Heavenly for real, for real. But now that they're filming, she feels like she might need a bit of allies, and I can't say I necessarily fought her a bit, because when I think about Potomac, girl, Robyn ain't even trying to talk to damn Candiace. As much shade as damn Heavenly be over there throwing at Miss Girl and dissing her and all of that shit. Girl, Robyn ain't, when I think about the dynamics of Robyn and Candiace, and Robyn has done some shady shit last season. Candiace did some shady shit in between the seasons, which results in Robyn not wanting to talk to her. But it's like, girl, she ain't even trying to have no conversation. So what's his given with Potomac is that Robyn is stressed the fuck out. She's really going through it when it comes to Juan. And when some people do that, sometimes she's going into isolation mode. All right. She's feeling a way about herself. She's probably depressed and stuff. And she's going into isolation mode, which is something I feel that Quad has done in the past, but we'll get into that. Anyway. All right. All in all, I kind of give Quad a little bit of credit for even wanting to have such a conversation with Heavenly, because even though Heavenly has talked about her like a dog and said whatever she said about her in the past, we all know that she's closer friends with Heavenly than she is the other ladies on the show. So you would want to try and, have somebody to talk to as you merge your way back into the group. Okay. And I also understand Heavenly's pushback, because it's like, BITCH, you ain't been talking to me. You ain't been effing with me. But now all of a sudden we filming and you see a benefit and now you want to come and talk to me. Okay, girl, what you want? I care about you. So what is it giving? Okay. So if Heavenly would have said she wasn't open to talking to Quad, some part of me would have understood that too, because you ain't been fucking with me. Now you want to fuck with me because you need somebody to film with. Noted. Okay. Somebody outside of Phaedra. Anywho, so Quad doesn't like that Heavenly was over there befriending Miss Tisha. Okay, she can't stand it. She don't like it. She felt the way she felt like, Heavenly wasn't showing any loyalty, especially with Heavenly being privy to everything that Quad and Dr. G has been through. So she didn't really like the whole buddy aspect. And I just feel like this. It is what it is, Quad. Let it go. Okay, that's your ex, the girl on the show now. It is what it is. Whoever Dr. G is married to has no bearing on who you are. And in my opinion, Letitia can't touch you. Okay, in the coin and looks department. That's just what I think. Okay, so she's nothing to really be worried about. I do understand if you feel a way about your friend getting closer to who you would want to be the op, but the girl ain't doing that to you. And if you felt that way about her, why would you show up to her damn bachelorette party and gift her gifts? More than one. Get that together. But you over there feeling a way about Heavenly being clicked up with the girl. Make it make sense, okay? Anywho, so Heavenly tells Quad about her being removed from the wedding list, which was quite hilarious. And Quad starts telling Heavenly how she felt like Heavenly had no loyalty to her because she was hanging out with Tisha. So Heavenly was like, well, girl, you saying all of this, but I really didn't even think you gave a damn. And Quad was like, I did give a damn, bitch, because I gave a damn about you. Understand, okay? Because you're my friend. That's why I felt the way, okay? So Heavenly, right out the gates, go ahead and takes ownership, and she apologizes, right? And Quad says, I accept your apology. And then she says that she wished that Heavenly would have considered her feelings, though, right out the gate. And I'm kind of like, Quad, this is why I have my ups and downs with Quad, and this is why I understand why the group kind of feel a way about her. It's always about how Quad feels, though. And I feel like Jackie has told Quad this seasons ago. It's always about what somebody has done to Quad. It's always about how Quad feels. It's always about take me into consideration. But do you take other folks into consideration? You know what I'm saying? I do believe that Quiet has a very caring heart. Don't get me twisted when I say that, but I just feel like, do you consider other folks' feelings when you do stuff? Like, I'm like, you not perfect Patty. You're just fucking not. And that may not be your intentions to make other people feel away, aside from Toya. That may not be your intentions or whatever, but it happens. And you have to accept the fact that, okay, maybe I did do some fucked up shit. Or whatever the case is, okay? Your feelings shouldn't always be the only ones to be considered because, like I said, or as Heavenly has already said, you wasn't even talking to her. So the least you could have did was, you right, friend. I was going through some shit. I should have been, reaching out more. You probably had your own stuff going on. I know your daughter's getting ready to go off to college. That's your last baby. I already know how you feel about her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have acknowledged ways that you could have been there for her as well, just as much as you wanted her to show loyalty to a person that ain't even been talking to her. Because I believe Heavenly said she reached out and Quiet wasn't even responding. So it's like, girl, what the fuck is really going on? Like, I guess, anywho. So Heavenly says you stepped away from the group, Quiet, just like you did when you got your divorce and also when you was doing Sister Circle. And again, I'll be getting into it, okay? So Quiet says that as much as she could have called them, they could have also called her, which I also agree with. If y'all felt so much of a way about Quiet being so damn absent, why did y'all not reach out? So this is what I was thinking. I was thinking that when Quiet gets in her moments of isolation or whatever, that the ladies don't really know how to take her. That's what I think. And I feel like, and I'm saying that because I feel like I could have possibly put some of my friends in that type of position in the past, you know what I'm saying? Wanting them to show up for me because I'm just isolated. I got a lot going on in my mind, but at the same time, wanting to be distant, like, just leave me alone. I'm going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. And they probably just don't really know how to take how to handle that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll just let her reach out to me whenever she's ready, type thing, right? So I said Quiet does isolate herself when she's going through stuff, as Heavenly has already stated. And I said, I feel like she doesn't often let people be there for her because she's always trying to be this tough person, or maybe she's always trying to portray this strong woman image or whatever the case is. And I feel like those friends don't know how to necessarily handle her, and they probably don't reach out because they're waiting for her to come around. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like they don't know how to gauge Quiet when she's in her head and she's going through her moments, because understand, I don't care what nobody's talking about. I believe Quiet has depression too. Okay, and that's an assumption and that's an opinion. And the reason why I say that is because let me say this. I'm not gonna say she has depression, but I know Quiet gets in her head a lot. And that's just how I feel based on how we've seen her operate on the show and how she separates herself from the ladies and the different things that she does, and me also being able to relate to that a little bit. I feel like Quiet is a beautiful woman, beautiful, intelligent, smart as hell. Shout out, she's a soror. Shout out to her. Got the coin, beautiful home, but I don't care what nobody say. Like, I feel like she still has those moments where she probably wish she would have already had that family, that man to come in. Now, don't get me wrong, I think that she has great times being single, but I also believe that at times, as regular human single people do, they wish that they already had that significant other, that family dynamic, and all of that. And I feel like she probably get in her head a lot, because a lot of successful people do. Like, to other people on the outside looking in, it looks like, oh, you got this, you accomplished that, you did this, you did that. But they sometimes are harder on themselves and think that they should have more, or they should have done more, or whatever the case is. So I think Quiet just be getting in her head sometimes, and when she gets like that, I really feel like she be isolating herself. And she may be thinking that she trying to be at peace or whatever, but nah, she just be going in her little bubble, But anywho, I feel like Quiet has been let down a lot in her life, as a lot of people have. But I feel like with Quiet, she has severe trust issues, okay, that she may have worked through so far. But I feel like she got trust issues because of, a lot of people letting her down in the past or whatever. And that might, be a reason as to why she doesn't necessarily open up to everybody and confide in everybody, because she probably has a fear that y'all gonna turn around and use some of the shit that she do confide in y'all about against her, the same way she's confided in Heavenly about things, and Heavenly has, in my opinion, used those things against her. And when I say against her, not like throwing it up in her face during an argument, but just bringing it up when it ain't nobody else's fucking business, period. So I just I kind of understand Quiet at the same time, okay? I get where Quad is coming from based on her history, what she's been through. She probably felt betrayed by her best friend, then the husband, and ain't no telling who else betrayed her. And then you got somebody close like Heavenly who she's confided in, and then she be over there telling her tea. Quad don't really know how to really take y'all, and then she go into her isolation mode, and then she just don't want to, share. But then she still wants to feel that she has people around her that care, so still kind of reach out. So I get that, but then I also get the other people that's like, well, BIT, I don't know what the hell to do at this point. Because if I reach out, you're probably going to get snappy or cuss me out. Or even when I try to see what's going on, you're going to keep acting like ain't nothing wrong. And I'm good. So it's like, okay, I'll just let you hit me up. So anywho, y'all, I'm rambling and saying all of that to say that I get both sides, though, ultimately, all right? Now, Heavenly does tell Quad at the end of the day, baby, you're going to have to own up to something, okay? And Quad owns up to the fact that as much as she wanted the ladies to reach out to her, she does admit she too could have reached out to them. And I said, that's right, Quad. Just own up to that, please, okay? And let us move on, all right? So that's where we are with that particular scene. We're going to get with the ladies again later on in the episode. But let's go ahead and let's talk more about Simone and Cecil. So Simone sits Cecil down to do like this little vision board for their family where they reflect on, the good times that they had as a family. And I love that, y'all. I was just looking. So I ordered me this Fuji film because I took a lot of pics. Well, not a whole lot, because when my oldest son got older, girl, he want to take pics like that. And I feel away. And now with my second one, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you want to take. Okay? I don't care what you going to take this. Stand right there and take this goddamn picture. Okay? Hello? But I've gotten quite a few pics of my son, but I do wish that I would have overdone it on the photos, right? And then maybe I have a lot of photos from probably 2012 still in my phone. So I probably just got to go through my phone. But I'm like, I want to take stuff off my phone and put it into a photo album because I feel like we don't do that no more. So to see Cecil and Simone pull out their photos and everything, and they just reminiscing when we went to this trip and that trip. Yeah, because I know me and my son took quite a few trips, and you know what? We probably got a lot of those photos in this phone. I just need to pull them out of this phone. I need to print them out. But I did order me a Fuji film because I'm going to start snapping pictures like that, like going back to the old days, the old ways of doing stuff or whatever. So, and I'm going to use my phone too, but I'm going to do a little bit of both. But anywho, just seeing them reminded me how much more I need to take pictures and stuff, of just family stuff. So, yeah. Anywho, so Simone and Cecil was just talking about just doing a better job of communicating when it comes to their boys, okay? Because it's crazy to watch and see that Cecil is the one heavily doing the coddling. I do feel like Simone enables it. Yes, I do. But it seems like she's moving to that place where she's finally putting her foot down. But it's crazy because it's usually us women that will try to coddle our sons out of whatever fears we got going on, okay? Whether you fear him going out into society and getting hurt because it's dangerous for black boys out there. It's really dangerous for every damn body, or hell, whether you ain't got no man and you try to use your child like he your man and you don't want to be alone and you try to coddle your baby, you can stay here forever. I don't know. There's so many different reasons, in my opinion, why people coddle their kids. I feel like some young ladies are coddled as well, but I definitely, I know some, okay? I know some that are coddled like a bitch. However, I do think that is more boys. I think more boys are coddled than the young ladies are, in my opinion. But anywho, it's just interesting to see that it's the daddy doing the fucking coddling. And now we know because he was coddled. What didn't Simone say he had a similar situation where he was living in the house with his parents or whatever for however long? Before he, before he went off to college or got out of college or whatever it was, Cecil has too experienced that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. But anywho, so she basically just wants them to get on the same page when it comes to communicating with their sons. You can't have a conversation with him, guarantee him something, and I not know anything about it. And then when I give pushback, I'm looking crazy because he done already talked to daddy and daddy done said that's fine. Hell fuck no. And I can't take it. I'm with Simone on this. Listen, even if Simone has contributed to the coddling, girl, she's trying to get out of that space. And I am here for it because this baby is about to be 30 years old. Now, he does know how to do some things on his own. It's just the fact that y'all keep letting him not. Ain't no fucking way. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like, ain't no, and I have to say this real hard. Ain't no fucking way my son thinks he's finna stay at my damn house. Okay? Beyond the age of 23, 22, 21, what the fuck ever, and think that he's not going to be at least paying bills in that bitch. There is absolutely, I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Now I do understand if it's a situation like now, it's expensive as fuck to live, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all feel how y'all want to feel like that about that. But if there are no jobs out there that you can get that is going to put you in a better situation financially to be able to stay on your own, I believe in staying with your parents and stacking your money. But you will be contributing to this fucking household. You ain't got shit else to do. If you're not in college, you must finna have 2 jobs then. So you can add up and stack up and do what you need to do. Because in all honesty, when this boy moves out, he does not need, in my opinion, especially at the age of 26, their son should not be moving out to move into an apartment. That's just what I think. That boy or those boys need to be moving out of a home into a home that they purchased. Now, this entire time this boy decided to come home for school, his credit should be fucking A1 at this point. Y'all should have got some credit cards in his name a long fucking time ago. If he got a car note, that shit should have been in his name. Y'all should have been figuring out ways to build this boy credit up so by the time his ass gets out of college, he can go on and he could just be in the process of purchasing him a home. That's what I think. Because it's going to be cheaper, I would think. Nowadays, it's a little shaky with the inflation and stuff. But he could potentially be moving into a owned home by himself versus giving all of this money to a damn apartment complex. And then your shit is going up like every month. No. And then if y'all bought the home and put it in both of the sons' names, or if y'all got both of the sons straight and they bought the house together, then that would be great too. Let them find them a 2, 3, 4 bedroom townhome or something like that. And the reason why I say 4 is because they'll have their bedroom. And then if they, were content creators, or if they started them a little business or something like a lawn service, they could have another room for their office or something. So I would say a 2 to 4 bedroom townhome, if y'all can find something like that, and let them go there. Okay. Or they could possibly rent out one of the damn rooms, if not both, to somebody else, if they wanted to, some other friends that they may be familiar with. But ultimately, I don't think that boy should be leaving out the house to go and do an apartment. Now, if that's the end result, then let that be the end result. But ultimately, it's the fact that Simone hit me with the fact that this baby is 26 years old. He's almost 30. And then she also said that she wants him to get a job and pay rent. And I said, bitch, Miles would have been in college. Miles would have got him a part-time job, and Miles' ass would have been working. Now, I understand if he probably wasn't doing it the first or second year or whatever, but when he took that break from school, he would have had a damn job. When you coming back home and you decide that you want to take a break for whatever reason, yeah, you must want to fulfill your time by having you a job. Or go get you an internship out here. And the gag is, that boy could have been, like, honestly, in communications, depending on what you want to do. To me, if you want to get into journalism, broadcast journalism, all of that, more so broadcast journalism, I feel like you need a degree. Nowadays, journalism is a little different because some people can just, like, you don't necessarily have to have a degree. You could be freelance and you might be an amazing writer and don't even have to do, you know what I'm saying, the whole degree thing or whatever. So they may be able to let you slide. If you're working in production, which is what he wants to do, you don't necessarily need a degree for that. Your parents have the connect. So the entire year that he took off, his ass should have been working on somebody's set. That's what he should have been working on. Y'all should have found him a job on fucking Married to Medicine. I don't care if he was the production assistant. I don't care if he was holding the cords for the cameraman. Okay? An office PA. Y'all should have found something for that baby to do. And now it's catching up to y'all. What else did I want to say about this situation? But yeah, he should have been having a job. Like, now it shouldn't even be you should have a job, and he's gonna have to pay rent regardless of what happens in a year. Girl, you should have snatched that fucking plug. Honestly, when you are a parent that coddles, you gotta just rip that bitch you just gotta snatch it from up under her. I'm sorry. Especially at his age. You can't be sitting up there, we're gonna give you another year. No, we giving you to the end of the summer to get you a job. Yeah, you need to have a job ASAP. Okay, because you're going to start contributing. If you're not going to contribute to the household, you're going to start contributing to your tuition, and you need to figure out which one it's going to be. Okay, so y'all should have kind of handled that differently. And girl, I feel a way about it. Okay, I feel a way about it. Anywho, so Cecil not really listening, and he wants to continue to coddle the fuck out his sons. And he's like, well, he's gonna finish school, and he's gonna do this, and our son is this and that. And I'm just like, mm-mm. Especially if you're the primary breadwinner in the household. I don't even know what the fuck Cecil do. Now, we can't say, in my opinion, I can't say that Cecil is a raggedy ass man, because Cecil has had a job and he has contributed to that household regardless of whatever the fuck his wife makes. Okay? And that man has retired. Therefore, he's getting his retirement check. Now, he's trying to find the next thing, which was real estate. I don't know what else Cecil does. Cecil might be a damn consultant and just, go and do some of the stuff that he used to do with his, with whatever type of job he had before. Let's say he was in tech or something. He might be a consultant and he's able to consult out his services for different companies or whatever. That's what some people do. He probably don't work full time, but he works a few times out the week with a few corporations, and then whatever. I don't know what Cecil does, but I do believe that Simone still is the breadwinner at the end of the day. And with that being said, I just feel like some part of me feels like what she says should go. What she says should go, and he should have to rock with it. And these boys need to listen. And the reason why also is because y'all have spent a lot of time, in my opinion, doing things Cecil's way. Cecil needs to back up at this point. Okay, and Simone needs to apply the pressure that she needs to apply for them boys. It's just really that simple. And it looked like they about to go and buy them a house. You can get them the seed money as far as the down payment and shit, but that house need to be in them boys' name. Okay, so if anything pop off, that's on y'all. Y'all don't pay y'all taxes or whatever, that's on y'all. Y'all don't pay y'all mortgages, it's gonna fall on y'all. Y'all not finna have my name tied because my credit too good. Now, I will have my house together in case y'all don't do y'all part, and y'all might need to come back to a house for a limited time only. Okay, but outside of that, y'all finna learn how to do this shit. I'm not put my house on put my name on that house. Go away from me with this. I've done my part. Anywho, all in all, good luck. Hopefully things work out with Cecil now. As this story progresses and as she comes into the next season, I want to hear some progression when it comes to these boys. I would like to hear some progression when it comes to them. Maybe not. Honestly, I'm not really tripping off the younger son. He's the younger one. He's still finding his way in college. He's doing the best that he can. And he seems like the type of child that's eager to want to get on his own. So, he cool. It's more so I just want to hear the update on Miles. Miles, you can do it, baby. Whatever you're afraid of, getting out there, stepping out on your own and stuff like that, you could do it. You got it. You got it in you. Okay. But anywho, let's move on to Toya, Simone, and Tisha. So they hang out and they get these IVs. So Tisha has been having this irregular bleeding. And I'm wondering, Tisha, were you on like any birth control? Because that could, and you may have stopped taking it possibly. That may have contributed to the irregular bleeding. I don't know, but whatever it is, Simone says it's not good, and it don't sound good because it sounds like her cycle came on at different times when she was on her honeymoon with Greg. So I was like, that sound bad. I'm like, ain't that irregular periods or something like that? And that's when Simone said it was irregular bleeding. Right. But whatever it is, I hope that she can get it figured out and rectified so that she could be just be in a better place. Health wise, you know what I'm saying? It makes me concerned for her because I don't know how Greg is going to act or respond to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he married this young lady. Keep in mind, he's 23 years older than her. So I feel like he married this young woman with the expectation that she's going to be able to give him a child ASAP. And it's not necessarily looking that way. And I feel bad for Tisha a bit because she's already stressed the hell out just by being this man's wife, in my opinion. And the life change that she's about to go into. But now she's feeling this pressure to have this baby, and she's having, certain issues down in the area. So I hate that for her. But ultimately, I really hope and pray that this is something that Tisha wants. I really do. I really hope that Tisha wants this baby and she doesn't feel like she has to get pregnant because that's what he wants. And just like in NECA, a family are telling her, over there on Potomac, you better hurry up and give Akina a baby or he gonna leave you. So Tisha probably thinking the same thing. Either that or, girl, since she want a little bit of the money, she might feel like, I don't know if this relationship gonna last forever. Let me hurry up and go ahead and get pregnant by this man so I'll always be secured for the rest of my life, girl. Okay? Or at least for the next 18 or so years. Hello? So ain't no telling, but hopefully, I hope that that's something that she genuinely does want. And I hope that is something that she actually gets if that's what she wants. You know what I'm saying? With Dr. Gregory. So good luck. Let's get to Heavenly. So, and Phaedra primarily. So Phaedra decides she's finna invite all the ladies to her funeral home. Bitch, if I would have pulled into that funeral home parking lot that at night, cause I will not do, I cannot. I think about life. I'm grateful that I have not been in a position yet, and I don't know how I'm gonna respond, girl, to when a family member passes away and then you gotta go to the, funeral home, this and that, and probably do their hair and make. I'm not going. I'm just gonna tell you right. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Okay. Now I've been to one to like view, bodies and stuff like that. But girl, I just can't. If you think you get me there at night, but you have me fucked up, I will be there bright and early in the morning as the sun is bright. That's when I will show up. But do not expect me to come at night. You don't need no business with me after 3 p.m. Okay? Your hours are between 8 and 3. Okay? That's when you could talk. And really it's giving 8 and noon. If y'all can't catch me at that time to finalize nothing, girl, do not call me later. Because I'm not coming up there. I'm not coming that way. Okay? I'm still grieving or whatever. Okay? I can't do it. But anywho, that's Phaedra thing. She told me she got a passion for being a mortician. Phaedra, you got a passion for a lot of things, honey. You really do. But I'm going to give it to you, BIT, because your passions, you definitely may come to the front. Now, how successful they are, I don't know. I want to believe your funeral business is successful. You got a passion for this a boutique that you're doing. You still out here being an attorney in a limited capacity, I'm sure, but you still out here being an attorney. Like, as much as I may not have liked how you do things, even though for the most part, I don't heavily dislike Phaedra for anything. Okay. I'll be honest. A lot of people can't stand what she did to Kandi. I completely understand that. That is your opinion. That is how you feel. I don't heavily dislike this lady over nothing. Okay. So that's just me. But also, I have to say, girl, I'm trying to get like that too. Because one thing Phaedra and to me, Kandi is going to do, that's what I miss about their friendship. And that is something that disappoints me. Because it's like, damn, Phaedra, why you just could sit on that couch, admit that you said some foul ass shit, heavily apologize to that lady, and just move on. And hopefully y'all could have possibly gotten to a better place. I don't know. That's my assumption, because at some point, Kandi got cool with Porsha, the very person that was spreading said rumors. So as much as Porsha put shit off on Phaedra, I feel like a lot of it was you too. Y'all both should have been let go. But anyway, because you rekindled with Porsha later, if Phaedra were to have apologized and continue to be on the show, they probably would have got decent a little later. But anywho, what I do like about Phaedra and Phaedra and Kandi is the multiple hustles that they do, and they full force in it, and it works, for the most part. So I'm gonna give them credit on that. But anyway, just me rambling, running my mouth. But anywho, so Phaedra decided that she's going to invite the ladies late at night to come out to her funeral home so that she can do this whole She Has Risen event. And Simone and Toya bring tea, which is hilarious because going back, when they was at Toya's house, T ended up seeing the invitation. She was like, "What's this?" And it was like, "Oh, it's an event Phaedra doing." And she said, "Well, I didn't get invited. Everybody else got invited but her." Well, Simone and Toya thought that they'll just go ahead and invite her anyway. And I ain't had no problem with that, because you can't just invite people to T's event and think that T not gonna pop up at yours. I said, I'm with it. Let's go. If we're going to play these games, let's play them. So anywho, Phaedra comes out all dramatic, girl. She comes out. She does this speech. She tells Sweet Tea or whatever, girl, you wasn't even invited, but you're here. And it's okay because you've risen. You had a nice wedding. So congratulations. I'm like, Phaedra, you're so fake, girl. You know you was not here for that wedding, but say whatever you got to say so we can move on. Then she goes on to talk about how all of the ladies have risen in different ways. She goes on to talk about we have vaginas, meaning, OBGYN. She said we have teeth. Girl, I'm hollering, talking about Dr. Heavily and the other lady on the end that I can't think of her name and don't even understand the reasoning for her being on the show because we haven't even gotten into who the hell she is yet. We know more about Miss T than we know about her, the lady that was sitting on the end by Jackie. And I'm upset about it because I don't even know the lady name. I just know she's a doctor in dentistry. But okay, girl. Anywho, she should have been a friend of because that's what it's given so far. Anywho, let's go ahead and move on. So then she gets to the other side of the room and she had labeled Toya as a tennis expert. And when I tell you, I cackled so loud when she said that. I said, Phaedra ain't the way she done sat up here and labeled this lady a tennis expert. I thought it was the funniest shit ever. I said, girl, sometimes Phaedra don't care what come out her mouth. And what be so funny is she be trying to say stuff so like professionally in a sense, and she be trying to throw shade in the calmest way, and it just be hilarious. Okay, so after she's done doing this speech, she does this dramatic cue to let them know, okay, the saxophone can come in. I would have been so mad, y'all, because ain't no way it's finna be. Number one, I done pulled up to this place. It's dark as hell. I gotta come in here with dead bodies. And then on top of that, the only reason why I haven't left is because I'm trying to collect my check for this particular episode. Hello? So let me go ahead and sit down. And it's all quiet on the Western Front because we know the bodies downstairs ain't talking, right? Then we hear Phaedra say what she got to say all peace and calmly. Then you come down the aisle with this loud ass saxophone. Bitch, I would have been mad as hell. And I know Jackie was pissed because them ears is ancient. You hear me? These is not no young set of ears. I don't want to hear all that damn noise. Girl, I don't even like hearing nobody car going down the road. Okay? I hate that shit. Why you got to have a loud ass car? Y'all be over here worried about people music being too loud in their car. You need to worry about these loud ass cars. Okay? Because why you riding around with an old Kia Optima and you got these big ass wheels on it and you got a damn Corvette engine or whatever in your damn car? Get that together. Arrest him. Well, I don't want to say arrest, but give him a ticket. Get him a ticket because y'all will be quick to ticket somebody and say their music too loud. Get him a ticket for this loud ass car. So I'm not trying to hear no damn saxophone, girl. That's too much. But anywho, they roll out this damn casket. And I already knew that it was Quad because I saw it from the previews and she was the only one that had on white. I said, Quad ass finna be in the white casket. She pops out like she really doing something. And that was just a mess, okay? Once she pops out, nobody was excited to see her, okay? Heavenly thought that it was funny because Phaedra keeps bringing all these damn antics, okay? Married to Medicine does not need the antics that Phaedra has been bringing. But I must say it has been very enjoyable to watch on the show. Okay, it has been very enjoyable to watch. It has truly been a damn key and therefore has made the season even more entertaining, okay, for me. So when Quiet gets out the casket, she decides to address everybody individually to make sure that they're good and they have moved past whatever issues that they got. It was so unnecessary and so irrelevant. I was with Jackie. Jackie said, we doing all of this. You bringing me out, miles away to come see you pop out a damn casket to ask for my forgiveness when all you had to do was hit me up on the phone, girl, I'm a phone call away. What is that really giving? What is that about? Girl, I was with Jackie. I was like, Quad, go sit down, girl. So anywho, Quad talks to everybody. She gets to Toya. Toya's still not ready to move on. And I actually don't blame Toya. You're not finna stand right here in my damn face after you've accused me of such and such and whatever else you may have said about me and my family and think that I'm just supposed to forgive you because we're in the land of the dead or whatever. Like, girl, we not. Are you crazy? Just because you done popped out, girl. Hey, let me, first of all, I hope Quad made a lot of money that night because you can't pay me shit to lay in a casket before my time. I don't give a damn if I got booked on a movie and it's like, okay, it's going to cost for your character to die. You lay in the casket. Well, it better be a closed one so don't nobody see what's in it. Or you better hire a stand-in, okay, to be in that position because I'm not getting in there, period. Okay, that's where I'm going to draw the line, okay? So I'm like, Quad, I hope you got paid very hefty on that day when you decided to hop your ass down there in that casket doing the most, going along with Phaedra and her bullshit, okay? Anywho, Toya is still got her foot on Quad neck. She like, girl, that's not how that work. You owe me a conversation. You don't just get to stand in front of my face and ask me if we can move forward. No, we actually can't, okay? So then Heavenly speaks on T. And Heavenly's like, I ain't got no issue with nobody. Miss T, I don't even know why I was uninvited from the wedding. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I could have done. And T said, well, girl, you was over there talking Cash Money about my wedding. You said that we wasn't going to make it or whatever. And then I think Heavenly was like, well, girl, I was concerned for you. I was concerned about you and your wedding. And then Toya's like, she chiming in, like, if you felt that way, then why did you come or whatever like that? So they start having exchanges. And then T started talking about how, what T told her. T said something like, she said something like, yeah, me and my husband got communication issues or whatever like that. She said, but so do you and your husband. Y'all got communication issues too, because you told me you hit him upside the head with a frying pan. So, you know, Heavenly really didn't want that tea to come out, because Heavenly was giving like, girl, I told you that behind the scenes. You know, I don't put my marriage up here on social media or on the TV for none of you hoes. You know that. I don't play about my husband. I don't play about my marriage. Y'all can play about it with production, but production not gonna play with mine, okay? So that's when T stood up, because Heavenly was like, what did you say? Little girl, I know you're not talking to me, little girl. So that's when T stood up. Heavenly stood up. Heavenly was like, girl, don't make me whoop your ass like your mama should have. I was like, I know that's right, Heavenly. Okay. Heavenly then tells T, like, girl, you got daddy issues. That's why you had to marry a man that's 5 times your age. I said, oop, I'm with Heavenly, sorry. I do think you might have a bit of daddy issues or possibly mama issues. You got some issues going on, which is why you did decide to marry a man that's 5 times your age. Girl, I don't care what nobody's talking about. Phaedra over there looking at Quad, feeling like Quad the one that got all of this started, and she over there looking like she disappointed. Like, girl, I brought Quad here to make amends with everybody, and it's really not giving what the hell it is that I thought it was going to give. Like, Quad, you supposed to be doing better than that. So even Phaedra, in my opinion, at some point probably felt like Quad was not taking accountability for her to say that and to appear that she's disappointed in Quad. So maybe Heavenly was right. Like, Quad, you don't take accountability for SHI. And Quad's like, yes, I do. And Heavenly's like, you can't possibly be doing that. But anyway, so let's get to the repass, because they almost fought, and girl, Quad had me falling out with her facial expressions when she was watching Toya and Heavenly, not Toya, Heavenly and T get into it. It was the funniest shit ever, just looking at Quad's facials, because Quad was like, I'm talking about me and you over there talking about you and her, what's going on? It was hilarious. So the repass, first of all, why y'all got Toya and Quad sitting next to each other? Are y'all okay? Toya and Quad sit next to each other, and T calls out Phaedra because they were talking about putting everything on the table. T calls out Phaedra, saying that she should have never brought Quad to her bachelorette party because that's just not what you do, and that's not the type of environment she should have been meeting Quad in. T, you getting on my fucking nerves a little bit. I like you though. I like that you don't back down. I like that, and I like that you rough around the edges too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, T, I mean, 2 things can be true. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it's okay for you. It's your bachelorette party. You can feel however you want to feel about a person attending your event. But what I don't like is how you trying to make it such a big deal, but you wanted Quad to sit next to you and you wanted to be friends with her. That's the problem for me. You did it with your husband, and then now you over here doing it with Phaedra. But I do feel like you should have been upset with Phaedra. But why you telling Phaedra now you mad? Why you ain't take her off the list before you took Heavenly off the list? Because Heavenly did say some shit. But since you just feel like it was such a problem and you were so stressed about it when you talked to Dr. G, and now you want to bring it up to Phaedra like it's that big of a problem, why you ain't take Phaedra's name off that list? What's that about? So I don't know. Like, you got some shit with you, look good. But anywho. So then Quad says, and I thought this was hilarious. Quad said, well, in defense of Phaedra, okay, the girls told me that you were asking about me. So not only were you asking, girl, you was combing through my social media. T said, who said that? Who said that? I said, girl, I believe it. I believe it. You was combing through Quad's social media, and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different. You was combing through it. So Toya brings up Quad speaking maliciously or whatever. I think the question was asked if her and Quad could move forward, and she said, I mean, girl, we can move forward when she admits that she was being malicious when it came to my family. And here go Quad about to ask, well, what did I say? It's like, Quad, you know what the fuck you did. If you could remember what everyone has done to you, you have to at least remember 1 to 3 things that you've done to other people, even if it was in response to what they did to you. Acknowledge what the fuck you did, period. And right after that, Toya, you acknowledge whatever it is that you did to Quad because you've done some shit too. Y'all both on the same damn page with it. Period. And I feel like y'all owe each other an apology. Yes, that's what y'all owe each other an apology. But understand, things started to get a little weird between them in the touchy-feely situation or whatever because Quad was doing what Heavenly says that she does, which is not taking accountability, which was her trying to slide out of that by asking, what have I done? You know what you did. So when Toya reminds her of what it is she had done and said, then Quad wants to bring up what happens to her. We are going to get there. We are going to get there, I promise. But at this time, what we are speaking on is what you did to Toya. Whatever it is that you had done, go ahead and say, my bad, Toya, I apologize. I want to do a rebirth. I'm leaving whatever issues we have in the past, as I've told you already, for anything that I may have done, because I know you and I have had our issues and everything ain't been perfect. I apologize about that. Okay, Toya would have said, I accept the apology. Okay, now Toya, I do feel some way about things that you've done to me, and then that's how that could have went. And because Toya received that apology, I believe Toya would have apologized to you as well. And if Toya would have been on some, well, what did I do? Then we would have dug in Toya's ass. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of, they started getting touchy. Quad started putting her hands in Toya's face, but not at Toya, but she was talking about something. And Toya's like, girl, you ain't got to do all that. Like, move your hand. So then Quad's like, don't touch me. So I said, oh, girl, now we about to have a Toya and Mariah moment all over again. And y'all down there at the funeral home, honey. We not finna get to cutting up like that. Are they cursing their mamas in Spain? What's going on? So they was about to get the scrappity scrap, but the ladies had to calm them and get them together, okay? What else ended up happening? Quad, yeah. At the end of it all, because Quad never apologized, she never acknowledged, she didn't say nothing. And I feel like, as I look back at it, I feel like all of that extraness Quad was doing was deflecting so that she did not have to offer Toya that apology. But give that lady her apology, period. If you contributed to spreading things about her that wasn't true, apologize. Toya, if you contributed to spreading things about Quad that wasn't true, apologize. Okay, let's move on. Quad then goes on to tell people, well, I would like to say something. And they was like, say something. She was like, yes, I would like to address the things that you guys have done to me. The things that has happened to me within the group. I would like to talk about it, please. And then you got Dr. Jackie like, girl, here we go. Gotta have a conversation about Quad again and what we done did to her, girl, and this and that. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt Dr. Jackie on that because they had a some type of tea sitting or etiquette sitting that they had maybe like a season or two ago, and Quad sat at that table for hours spilling out how people have made her feel or what people have done and this, that, and the other. And I think that's when her and Simone may have gotten into it. And I'm just like, okay, Quad, here we go again, bitch. When you bring up more recent things, because I thought all y'all moved past that. So when you bring up stuff that you feel people have done to you in this group, bring up the stuff that's happened recently. Don't dig back to where y'all have already discussed this shit and already pushed forward and moved past it, okay? Bring up the stuff that's happened recently. And that's just really that. And I think when Quad does talk, I know she does talk for a very long time, but I feel like y'all should just hear that lady out. Hear her out, okay? If you felt like you did something wrong, which I'm sure everybody has contributed to some things, just apologize and work on doing better moving forward with the friendship, since you guys want to say that you're a group, you're a collective, you're sisters and stuff like that. Yeah, just do that. But Quad, I do feel like you alienate yourself from the group on purpose. And I don't even know if it's because of things that they directly have done to you. I think it's things that you've been through in your life in general. And you get to this place where you think that everybody is against you. And then because of that, you create scenarios and things in your head sometimes. And then you start to isolate yourself from those people or alienate yourself from those people. But also it could be at times that y'all don't create that space for her to feel safe to confide in y'all about certain things. I feel like on both sides, the group can do better. And I feel like Quad can do better too. But here's the gag, what I'm learning. What I learned on social media was that Quad, actually, I want to, let me pull it up. I'm not going to show it to y'all, but I just want to, do I need to relog into this page? I just want to pull it up and see. Yes, look at Niecy. And this beautiful baby bump. Let's see. I want to pull this up because Quad was saying that she's not going to be back. All right. Somebody says this show is not the same without you in it, beautiful. And she says, well, you all will be able to enjoy me for two more episodes only this season. Excuse me, this season. Sad, but also true. And I'm sitting over here like, damn, I hate she popped out of a whole casket and did all of that just to be exiting 2 episodes later. Yikes. I hate that. I know I saw a scene that's going to come up on next week's episode where the ladies, the core 4, Simone, Jackie, Heavenly, and Toya are all going to sit down and address whether or not they want Quad to come to Vegas or come on a cast trip with them. Toya is against it. But then as they continue to talk, Toya kind of lets her guard down and she's like, well, I think one of y'all should tell her that she can come on this trip. Okay. And maybe conversations can happen or whatever. So after that, it seems like Quad not going to be there long before something happened. And they said production and the cast is going to ask Quad to leave. So, girl, it's giving a mess. It's giving a mess. It's giving a mess. So, Quad not going to be there much longer, honey. And that's just sad. It's like, but here's the thing. They bring Quad back like every season. But the thing be, Heavenly really be the one. Heavenly has been the Phaedra. And you could tell that Heavenly kind of feels a way that Phaedra is now being her. Because she used to be the one that would find a reason to bring Quad back to the group. Therefore, trying to keep a check in Quad's pocket, right? Whereas now it's Phaedra doing that. So Heavenly is like, let her good friend Phaedra. You want to be friends with Phaedra so bad? Let Phaedra do this and let Phaedra do that and whatever. So I think that she feels a way, or at least she felt the way about them being so close. And then she feeling like she was on the outs a little bit when it came to her. But I do feel like you've kind of been disrespectful to Quad a little bit. So that's how it is. Quad told you, try that shit again. Y'all not going to be friends. So she gives you that long handle spoon a little bit. Okay. But yeah, so it looks like Quad not gonna be there. I hate that for her. Should she ever return? Because I could see her still returning next year. Don't know for how many episodes, but I could see her returning next year. And should she return, I wouldn't be mad if she and Mariah returned at the same time. And then we get to see these two ladies work on building a better friendship. I don't know if Mariah will ever come back. But I think that she should. But if these ladies get Quad out the door, girl, like they got Mariah out the door, nah. It's not gonna work. But I also want to say this. Y'all need to do better at casting these doctors because y'all need more Dr. Heavenlies. Jackie don't be giving us shit. I think she's a phenomenal at what she does. And all of that, but Jackie ain't been offering nothing, and she hasn't been doing that for a long time, especially since her husband was caught out here with another woman. Okay, Simone is a bit entertaining, just how she gets involved with the cast, but even with just the storyline of her sons and stuff. So I don't mind Simone, but who is this other lady that y'all got? She ain't bringing nothing either. So I guess when Quad steps away, we're going to get to know more about who that doctor is. But y'all got to do better with that. Like, give us some doctors that's going to be a little bit like Heavenly a little bit. And I ain't saying they got to be messy like Heavenly. But give us some doctors that's going to have more of a personality. All right. I don't see them getting rid of Dr. Jackie. But I feel like if y'all were to get rid of somebody, I would say it would be Dr. Jackie and then replace her with somebody else. Okay, Contessa is gone, but at least give us another doctor that's gonna have some personality and not gonna play the back. But anywho, girl, I'm just rambling and giving you guys my thoughts on Married to Medicine. You guys go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know how you felt about everything that we talked about today when it came to Married to Medicine. I am Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, girl. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.